everybody, Wiisdom here once again. Long time no Minecraft, and just been busy. But I was looking at the previous episode that I did a long time ago, kind of seeing where we left off, and then I had to come in here and I forgot how to make the sound come through the headset. It's like F3T. Well, somehow I got that to work, but we've got a situation here where I was thinking, I might crank one of these out as a surprise, and it's kind of hard to do when you can't record. And so that's what I'm gonna do now, is just sort of test the waters here. And I say that for good reason, because if I can somehow recall how to navigate my own base, there's something that I thought was in the last episode that's not, sort of in this one. And it's this. Yeah, okay. It's totally this. So where we left off, this was always here, right? This little area that goes to Project Genesis, and this is in the clip at the end. I'm like, yep, that's off to Project Genesis that way, and this goes to the mine shaft, right? So back to the Project Genesis, and then that's to the mine shaft, and this was here. All this is new, and somehow I didn't ever make an episode or anything about it, so it's pretty extensive, right? I was kind of trying to mirror what I saw over there and sort of spice it up a little bit, and I don't guess it got recorded or made known or anything. And so that's worth noting, because I remember I sunk a lot of time into that, still trying to kind of figure out how I'm going to blow all this out and stuff. But we should be able to... Can we go all this way and drop back, or does it not work that way? Like I said, I have not played this in forever, so we did some other stuff back here. I don't quite really know that I remember what it was. But anyway, we're here now, and this is something else. I don't know if any of this made it or not. Maybe it was in previous ones, but I don't know. I'm not going to go back and watch the episode now. Maybe this part did, but I know what didn't make it was something that I thought I would have done in the last episode and didn't, which is sort of involving all of this. So it's probably a bigger project than I want to screw with tonight. But basically, that's where we were, down in there. That's where we came from. And you follow the stone, come up here, and you just kind of meander up this constant little rotation. And I've got some of it wooded out and some of it's not. So that's something to note as well. But if we do this and continue doing it and continue doing it and just keep going and going and going, you eventually get up to the top. And that's kind of the big deal there, because I want this to be easily accessible. If you recall, this door here, there's Creeper Mountain, right? There's our little trails, and then there's the van down by the river, and this little shanty shack of stone is actually, we wouldn't go that way, we'd go down the stairs, so we don't plummet to our death. And I kind of want to have it just easy access here, right? So I don't exactly remember where this comes out, but we'll figure it out. It would pop out right there by the van. I wonder if we want to shuttle that way instead. It might actually be sort of cool. I think that's probably what we'll do. Is shuttle that way, whatever that means to you, right? So I'll just kind of fill that in, and yeah. So over the course of me feeling like I want to play this or passing time while stuff uploads, renders, or something else I'm working on gets processed, I think this is something I'm going to undertake, quite literally, and it'll just be kind of kitting this out and making it look decent, probably trimming out here and there and all that stuff, and just going down. I guess we do have some wood, which is nice, so yeah, we'll just be doing this stuff, and I kind of wanted a starting point, but yeah, that thing down here, which let's see if we can get to it. I mean, this is a pretty expansive little deal here. Just it seemed kind of like the best way to make things happen, I guess, to get to this point. Glad we didn't fall in that hole. But we'll sort of finish this out too, I guess, and maybe like have some of this crud connect. But if we know this area well, we're up a labyrinth layer. So I might need to have this like turned down, right? Does this do that? Is that what was happening this way? Might have been. Yep, that's totally what was happening this way. So yeah, we come all the way from over there and basically do this, and then instead of going that way, which is really cool looking, we're going to go this way, and we continue this way, and we continue this way, and face you little slime vine. Okay, we get not there. Must have to go farther back. Ah, geez. It's been a long time since I've played. You'll have to forgive me. This connects somehow. You sort of a problem. Do I have it? We have slime balls in the inventory. Wonderful. Alright. So, I know one of these is going to go where we want to be. I just don't recall off the top of my head which one it is. This ought to do it, right? Get me kind of somewhere. This looks serious and official. It's difficult when you have a big base and you haven't been in it in a while. And yeah, oh, there it is. Jeez, how did we screw that up? Well, I guess we came from down up here. Right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, all this is getting connected. How about I just say that to you? Okay. So all of this will get figured out, and then we'll sort of have this stuff too. But that goes back to Genesis, and then that goes up there, and all that crud. So I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. So I'll be pillaging around down here, trying to make this like cool and fancy and everything. Might finish that out, so I don't know, but it's probably gonna be a deal I'll do a ton, and then we'll come back, and there'll be like something that I sunk hours and hours and hours of time into, and it won't seem like I would have. So it's pretty much how this game works. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here and play some Shotgun Farmers, as unproductive to this end goal as that may be. So just wanted to have this file ready, and like I said, I guess this was like the big thing I was doing, and apparently we didn't like finish it, but we did a lot, so I'm just gonna mention it now. So stay tuned, and I'll be back with an update at some point, possibly months away. Who really knows? Alright, so you probably got some questions here, like, what's going on? Where are we? How are we progressing with the railed exits and everything? Well, if you couldn't tell, we've had to come and mend tools, and you think like, hey, really shouldn't have had to mend too much, right? Wasn't that crazy? Well, one thing leads to another in this game, and long story short, we came from way down there where we're not done. You know, there's so much happening here. Let's run away from what I was going to show you and come down here so we can only backtrack through the same area to get to another thing that we have since started. So this is an interesting game. The amount of time that I've sunk in to the things that you're going to see is absurd, and there's really not much to show for it. All this is new. Kind of started deciding we should have this framed out, right? And there's a whole lot of stuff that has happened in this area that we're not going to look at, including up here. I've also not done the thing I wanted to do, which was get this connected really well. But basically, I suppose I don't really even need to take you over here because it's not done. Like, it's just not it's not done. So we did do a lot though, so I guess since we're here, we'll sort of showcase it. So this is kind of an area, right? And it goes over there, and then ultimately the track goes up here. And I did make, I guess, okay progress in this area, so we'll sort of shimmy our way up since we did come. And I've cleaned it up quite a bit, but mainly in this area, not necessarily in the ravine where we intended to do things. So case in point, if you look around, like all this, I don't know how many walls we took out here. It was pretty involved. I've got some grass growing. You've got some cool scenic overlooks here. Coming up, again, I think all this is actually new, and you can kind of see where I was and what I was doing. And then I kind of stopped because I thought to myself, like, hey, you know, do I want this to be like equal, you know, like 5 planks, 7 planks up X number, and just adjust it the whole way up? I mean, what do we want to do? It looks like it's raining. Obviously, that's a waterfall, but this is rain, so that's great. More things can cascade upon us. So I kind of was at like a stopping point. I also needed more wood, which I actually have some, and I would love to get this junk out of my inventory, so bear with me here to witness the greatness. This is how we progress so slowly, so painfully slowly, doing things block by block. Also, it got like super late last night, and I had to go to bed, and I got this pick mended, which was the lowest, and then this one kind of just like, it's kind of okay now. It's not about to break within like 200 hits, essentially. So, progress. We're going to call that progress. Now, coming down here, this is also progress, because I was like, man, I really want this stuff connected better, you know, so you can sort of find your way to it and make it functional. Sort of where this comes in. Right here, I really like this vantage point. You can kind of see like multiple railways and stuff, right? This is all totally new. I also labeled stuff. Some things got signs. So there's caves over here. This is all new. It's totally not, again, like what we were supposed to do, but it's what I did. And this gets into some insane labyrinth that you wouldn't believe the places it goes in our base. Wherever you want to go, we can pretty much get there from like 19 different locations. So that said, this is what I want to highlight next. Simple little staircase. It's not quite done, but it takes us here, which is kind of like the start of this, right? So we come down, and if I get lucky, I'll actually pick a pathway that might take us back to where we need to go. That one would do it, but what fun is that? All right. I think this kind of gets us there too. So the end goal in this area is kind of to keep the mine shaft theme, but also have stuff like, you know, a little more cohesive, you know? So this is probably a good angle to start to showcase this, okay? So from here, you can obviously descend. I think there's a spawner. Nope, we're facing the wrong way. So the spawner is tucked in somewhere. Now, you can see the diamond is new. Those stairs go down. Okay, this takes us to the zombie spawner right over there with that middle torch. There's no staircase symmetrically located on this side, but that continues on to the mine shaft. You got stairs up. You know the drill, right? So this is where we were. We came off this grass path. This is the main area. That's our original ladder down to the zombies and cave spiders. If I come here, okay, that actually does something too. It interconnects like insanely oddly well, if you know where you're going, but we want to take either of these two staircases. And if I keep my head down, you know, this, you've seen this. I think I did add these chests finally. That was something that I was working on. And then I'm pretty sure that I showed you, you know, I showed you how I've updated that. But I also kind of fixed more over here. I think I showcased to you, not this because that's hideous, but like, see, I was making progress here and kind of settled on a pattern. I think I extended this out a little bit more, and I think there was something else big I did in this area, but I'm not quite sure what it was because I've been sidetracked a lot. So we're just gonna come. This is kind of our vantage points here. We might make that mirror. We might keep it a unique outlet. I really don't know at this point in time. If we come over here, and that's open, you can come in here. This all interconnects oddly. I've shown you that too. And I'm not quite sure. We might have this little chambered area that's accessible from here, or unlike the whole length of this hallway. That's a venture off in the future that I don't care to even think more about than I mentioned now. So that's something. I think the other thing that I was thinking of, aside from that, I told you there was something big I did that I'd have to try to remember, is this. And you're thinking like, oh, well, you know, yeah, put some stone bricks, idiot. So, It's this. And you're thinking like, oh, staircase, cool. And yeah, so this one, nothing too shabby, nothing too crazy. That does connect. Let's just go over here. I'll show you. I think it goes where I think it's going to go. Big tunnel, right? Coming on up, you see some wood. That's got to be promising, right? You come up over here, you've got tunnels and labyrinths and all kinds of stuff. If we come over here, we'll never probably get back to where I need to be, by the way. Look where we are. Doesn't that look familiar? And you're like, wow, that's a really crazy way of getting there. And yeah, it totally is. But like I said, this is a true labyrinth. This is something I could like put up for world download, and you would go insane each time. You think like, I figured this base out. Where does this go? And then you think you're going one direction, and you go back the other one. So that's where we came from. This is our main tunnel over this way, right? This is a lava area. We've just blown it out, made it more accessible. Case in point, you can circle around this way safely, whatever you need to do. Coming back up, we've got even more cobblestone stairs. Note this is 3 wide, which I prefer. And you'll note we've hit a transition, and you think, why? Why is there a transition here? Well, check this out. Okay, we come down this tunnel. You're thinking like, what's the big deal? You're like, what's this? What's this stair? Whoa, what? It. A ravine. What's going on? Well, you think, hey, this kind of looks familiar. Oddly. I sort of feel like I know where this guy is. What's that door? Creeper Mountain. Speaking of creepers, they always ambush you. You're van down by the river. And yeah, this totally just did what you think it did, which is bring us out all the way over here. Okay, so you got your scenic overlooks, and you're thinking like, but wait, you came from somewhere crazy, and it wasn't this staircase. That's your main staircase. You came from like over here, didn't you? Strange. What's going on? Well, if we come down here, aside from that looking like an obsidian abyss, this is where we entered, but if we go all the way to the top, check out this overview of the ravine, of the area that we have been working, right, before I left. And that's how that went. And then one thing leads to another. I think it was that I needed more wood, basically. You know what? Let's just use the real door, and I'll kind of show you where that comes out as well. So, this is why, like, things progress slowly here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I do a lot. That makes any sense. You got to watch out for that hole that I left right there. Remember, I was going to make this a pathway, and I'm like, but wait, there's a natural hole into a death chamber, so we've left it. But that little stone brick that I didn't want to break because it would clog up my inventory was right here. Comes out where? By the van down by the river, of course. So, you kind of know where we're at now, right? We're over here by the edited Barack Llama that apparently Mojang doesn't think we need to have. They do a lot of things politically that I don't agree with. So, especially for a game targeted largely at children, as their marketing would suggest. But it's a story for another day, right? So we've got our little farmhouse. We got like all the expanded farms are over there. We've got Creeper Mountain, mushrooms. We've got the giant trails over there. If we let's just cut through the mushroom area, right? We need to make a path there. We've actually, forgot all about this stuff. We got this overlook here with the waterfalls that we can turn on and off, but we're not interested in that. We want to stick to the paths that we haven't made yet. That would be somewhere in this area to lead to the bridge. And it looks like the Endermen have been raiding that area still. That's why there's water constantly flowing down the side walls of the base. Super always exciting to see that. Your time and hard work is ended by some idiot mob in the game that picks up a block. Looks like we need to eat, but we don't have time for that. We've got to walk over here now. Not run, but walk. So we've kind of gone on a mini segment of the base tour, right? And this, of course, is the main base. Okay. And I'm losing my voice because we've had to talk a long time because this is really involved. This is a shambly thing. It's the 2 staircases, blah, blah, blah. So this is still a thing, okay, right? Still here. Still haven't finished this. And you think like, this is your storage area. That's that ladder that drops down. Cool. Well, if you recall, this ladder dropped down into the storage area. And if you'll note, we just passed the platform, but we're here. Why are we here? What is going on? What's the meaning of life? Well, follow me and I won't show you. So don't follow me here though, because that'll go all the way down to the tunnel on the flip side of Project Genesis, and we would die. Probably not. We have Death Strider though, right? Yeah, we might die. Just don't know at this point in time. This is a staircase. This is a staircase too. That's about a halfway point that you need to keep in your little minds right now. I've never actually reverse engineered this tunnel, escaping it, but I think this will do it. Yes, it will. Wonderful. You can go there or you can go here. We're going to go here, which is the back wall. This didn't used to be here, nor did that. When I bring you out through here, you should recognize this, okay? If we go back up, this is the main 2-wide staircase, right? That goes out to where we just were. We go all the way down, we go through like the granite region, and we get down to the pool, Project Genesis, where I was just mending that pickaxe. And I've got a squid dancing there because, hey, why not? Coming back up, okay, this is where we were, you know, and I just trimmed that out and kind of finished it up a little bit, right? Not super happy with it because it's too wide, but it is what it is. This is all totally new right here. You know, this whole support structure. You got staircase, you exit and you come, and you got a staircase on the other side of the staircase. So many stairs. And if we turn here, we've got grass. If we turn here, we've got grass. So we'll go this way because it's farther away than where we were. Makes the least sense, right? Coming this way, you got granite. Anyone remember this from many, many moons ago, right? You're thinking like, oh, it's a dead end. What a waste. You're thinking like, this is attractive. One chest. I think I do remember this, you say, the one chest. And doesn't this like go all the way out to the ocean? You bet your butt it does go out all the way to the ocean. And so if you think like, hey, where does this go? Well, let's check a look. Looks like a dead end, right? Oh, but it's not. Psych, you take the grass pathway. Oh, do we go that way or do we go this way? This looks familiar, you say. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, good lord, you say. You've got that whole ravine thing. Like the water transit system through the entire base that connects with multiple different ravines, and that's correct. But if we come back up here and turn in through this narrow hidden opening, we're back to this. So if we come up here and we pop out, we should be in the storage area, right? And you'll note we've added a few chests. We've added water in the corners because I'm probably going to have to get rid of this in part because basically what we had was this, right? You know, like we had this staircase and we had that, and then there's a few blocks out on this side. Well, now when you look at this side, there's more than a few blocks out. There's a lot of blocks out because we chunked all this out. Like previously, this like stopped like right here, you know, like a coal pocket or something, okay? We've blown out this entire space. We scaled the ceiling. We've got prepped for storage. We've also added the grass pathway here, equilateral spacing on everything. We've been busy, and it's not in relation to the rails in this. This is where we wound up, and this is what we do. And if you sit here and you're like, where does this go? What's going on? I think I remember this. Well, check it out. It goes to this, which what is this, you say? It's an unfinished cactus farm that still produces cactus. The most of it being... Did we do a bottom layer? We didn't do it. Didn't finish the middle layer, didn't finish the bottom layer, didn't start the bottom layer, but we do have the top layer. And if you think like, hey, what's this look at? It looks at the base from this angle. And that, of course, like goes out to the ocean and all kinds of crazy things like that. So, yeah, I'm showing you this, though, because we've got grass pathways. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of need to do something with them, and I don't know if they're like going to go to a... Oh my gosh. Very good at this game after all these years. I don't know if it's going to go up into like a farm area, if it's going to like go out to the ocean. I don't really know. Speaking of going places, this goes all the way across over to like the forest that goes to the Creeper Mountain, right, which is way over there. So it's insane. And like I said, if this was ever something that people could just come to the computer and play or have downloaded or something, they would be amazed that you can get ink sacs from this granite waterfall, and probably then get really frustrated because you would think, like, okay, what's this guy doing? I think I figured this base out. Then you would never know. You could never piece together the thought process here, because it's just that insane. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So this kind of showcases what we've done. Will this be the episode? I don't know. It kind of depends how long it is and how much I want to crank one out. But I wanted to get this kind of like showcase before it was just like dunzo, you know, like, oh, the great reveal. This is like the in-between. It takes a ton of time and really isn't all that spectacular, but the amount of time that I sink into it, it seems like it should, like, you know, generate like applause and congratulations and subscribers, and it really doesn't. So you then question why you do these things. But yeah, that's what I've done, and I'm going to continue doing it. We've got some birch. I think in this, when I was going to populate that whole wall, we do have one issue here symmetry-wise, okay? I laid down these, you know, smooth stone slabs there because I wanted to mark the center. Now, this is the center, and if you think, like, okay, what's the problem? Look, there's two here, and there's one here. And that's the problem, right? So if we come over here and you're like, I thought it looked like a pretty even room, you know, you've got this pathway here and it goes to the dirt chest, and you've got it, and it looks like that clearly goes to an open cavity. Well, it does, but then when we follow that, and, you know, everything's fine, right here, boom, open cavity, right? And then you're like, okay, so block, and that lines up with a block. And then if you come here, though, in the dead middle, this technically should be a chest, you know, like right here, not here, because it's two. And so I only have, the reason I haven't like gone ahead and populated this, I only have these three, which I've started moving stuff in Project Genesis as well, as another side venture in this entire operation. But you'll see, that again goes down all the way. I guess we could go down there, and I can show you what we've cleaned out of Genesis, which isn't much, but it's putting a dent in it. So I don't really know if, like, maybe we'll nix the ladder. I'd kind of hate to, because it's like sort of cool, right? If we'll build two here and have like a 5 structure, you know, like decorative blocks around the ladder, and I'll just modify that side. Maybe that's what we should do, and then we just have to relocate this. Basically move. I was trying to go like alphabetical, ADG, and decide diorite granite, you know, hence the logic. I'm trying to think what's down there that we could damage, and I haven't done a water bucket drop in a long time. Let's see. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, oh no. This is not good, but it's also convenient. Nothing crazy happened. Sadly, we can't go down the fast way because I don't have a water bucket. But, yeah. So, things felt a little laggy, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, I thought no big deal to do this all the time, or used to do it all the time. And, just didn't work out. But now I get to show you where that was. Assuming I can find it. So we come in here, and this tunnel, which we haven't even talked about, but it's directly in line with the one over there where we've done all the work. We should have all of our stuff in a little bit of XP. You know, and I thought I had placed blocks there. But I know the blocks weren't there. So now I actually don't know where. I thought it was there. This is not good, actually. Okay, I know it wasn't this far over. Uh-oh. Where's the bucket with water? We might have to relive our past here. Now, it should have been in this vicinity, I thought. Like, does that go outside? Maybe that's the outside one? Uh-oh. I think we've got like 5 minutes if things I remember are factual. Maybe I don't know where that goes. So, where's some iron? Think. We should have some up here. Oh, the door, my lord, this base, I tell you. I don't know why I'm not running. I probably should be. Hello, sir. Can you help me? I am totally messed around, Conductor Sam. He says, yes, go this way. And I say, Sam, you're a terrible man. You've led me astray. There's nothing here that gets me where I need to be, Sam. Okay, we're like really screwing the pooch here. Maybe we didn't want that stuff anyway, you know? Like, nearly fell there, I believe. Okay, this will be great. This is where we need to be. So there should be iron somewhere in here, right? Are you kidding me? Am I just not seeing it? Oh, God. This is bad. Okay, over here, surely. There's some iron blocks. Oh, good lord. Okay, this is like... Jeez, there's a crafting table. Perfect. And I just need this. Cool, so we've got a bucket. We're ready to rock and roll. And look, I conveniently have a water source. I'm going to put it away. That would have been a fateful decision. Let's run up the stairs now, because time is maybe not on our side. And I turned too short. We're going to run through here, and yeah, this... No clue where that goes. So we're just going to play it smart. There's a... Oh! Frickin' A. What is this doing here, of all places? I had no idea that's where this went. Well, this is not good at all. I think we got everything, though. We are experts at this block game, I tell you. Super awesome hotbar here. But, yeah, well, the more you know now. It'd been a while. It had been a while. And I thought we didn't have our arrows. I legitimately was under the impression like this went where I thought it did, so it comes here, so that's totally not needed. I'm blocking that off. I don't know what I was doing with this, actually. It explains why we heard the slime, I guess. But yeah, man. So let me show you again where I thought this went and what I kind of thought was going to happen. I thought this was like right there, you know, with the slime blocks, and clearly it's not. So we'll just streak over this way very slowly, trying to take all this in. Screw you, Conductor Sam. You're terrible at your job. Where am I going in life? Over here. That's right. We don't need doors. When we have windows we can jump through that aren't finished. So yeah, just casually ending this episode by going here, which is where I thought we were. Like, you know, when I saw this, I thought, yeah, I think there's another opening here. Well, there's not. And so I think this does go outside. And it would have not had that happen. And I kind of thought it was there, and we just didn't see it. And then we didn't see it. But I wasn't in a panic because we had a water bucket. And water bucket didn't work. So, you know, it's one of those things. And I thought there should be buckets over here. But they all have hot stuff in them, not cool stuff. So. Oh, there's some iron. Okay, well, that's good to know. I always walk around with iron, but it's always like a stack that just needs to be smelted in case I need like cheap XP. And, you know, if we had feather falling, we may have not died. I don't really know. But, yeah, I think this is... We might call it here. We might call this an episode. I think that was a good ending. Very good ending, you know. And I will also showcase this. I placed this dirt block down and grass grew on it. I'm really proud of it. But I think at some point... Is he here? I think at some point in time I need to get in that place, because if I take you over here, I spent a lot of time like digging around over here too. And there's a zombie villager I've tried to throw blocks to, but this is like, you cannot see this from, I've got that whole ravine lit up and got walkways, everything, and you just cannot see this area, which is like bizarre. And I have all of these tunnels and all, whoa, jeez, scared the snot out of me. I've got all these tunnels and all these walkways to like go around it and everything, and you can't see this area. So at some point in time, maybe not now, because things haven't been going so great for us, we'll work towards like fixing this mess, right? Ooh, freaking me out, man. But yeah, we've had a good run tonight. I'm sure baby zombie will come pillaging through here in just a second. But that's what we need to do, is kind of just get rid of this stuff. So with that said, I'm going to get out of here, and I might just very well go back to building out the mine track over there. I don't know, maybe we'll... What does that do? Well, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night from Minecraft, I think. And when I come back, I'll probably put some chests over there or go back over there and do some stuff. I really don't know. But it is what it is. We've piddled around enough. I'll just take you up here, which is over here. And you've seen this staircase from our tour. But if we go up all this way, and we pop out at this ravine, okay, over this way is kind of where we've got the issues. Let's see here. Need to go back a little bit more. Alright, and we'll drop down here. So, it's not this one. I think it's that one, maybe? There's just never a good vantage point of this thing, but it's insanity because, like, somewhere in that area, there's like the dark recess where we see all and hear all those zombies, and you can never get to it. And it's just mind-boggling, and I want to take care of that at some point. It's been on the agenda for a long time, and it's nothing we need to rush into because of that very reason. So at some point in time, we'll like stair-step down and light more up, all that crud. But right now, I've had a good time losing 30 levels and recovering 7 and all that crud. So yeah, it is what it is, folks. Oh, there's a... It's good to know. I think I did block that. Nope, that's not it. Somewhere in that area, I don't know, is where we want to go and try to like fix. So I'll leave it at that. This has been another thrilling episode of Wiisdom Plays Minecraft. Do hope you enjoyed. How do you circumnavigate this area? Well, let's not this way. Not this way at all, I'll tell you. I think these vines get me out of here, right? Somewhere? Maybe? Yes, absolutely. Perfectly planned and positioned. And you ask yourself, where the heck are you now? Well, this goes down to a giant lava area that will take us over to the Sheepish Ravine. But if I pop out and actually go up here, this will put things full circle for you, okay? And this isn't done either, but it's something we work on every once in a while when we get sidetracked from our main project. If you're thinking like, hey, is this that granite area? It totally is. So let's ride this down, because it's been a long day, and I just kind of want to relax and in this episode. But we've done like a mini internal base tour here, so I guess we should keep going. And by no means is this everything. Oh no, it's crazier than you could ever imagine. This is just part of the craziness. You're supposed to use a boat here, by the way. But I think it's worth noting and showcasing like what's going on down here. And, you'll note we've got like the little covered walkway there. It's always good to know that there's more tunnels that you don't know about. And if you're like, whoa, this just comes to an end, what's going on? Well, it does. And then we kind of come down here, and you're thinking, there's lots of offshoots. I don't know what's going on. This is the main one. This is where you want to be. This is the crazy cool ravine. And you just got to navigate it. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know which pathway to pick, but you just sort of follow it and hope for the best. And boy, this is not where we need to be. So, we took a wrong turn somewhere. You gotta realize, I don't come here often, folks. I truly don't. Let's see. Huh. This is not at all what I remember coming to. So... yeah, well, I mean, it's my base. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. So, yeah, somewhere there's like stuff that connects, and clearly we haven't been here in a long time, so I don't really know where that is, but I'm sure you'll find it by just following torches and single wide chambers for obscene lengths with multiple offshoots. It'll probably dead end. But yeah, there you go. I mean, this is it, and Who knows, maybe if you follow this long enough, you'll find a ladder that'll take you to the surface. You know, maybe you'll wind up in a dark ravine or an unexplored cave. Looks like that's where this one's headed, right? Oh no, it turns. You're thinking like, hey, what's going on? Does this guy know what's going on? I don't know. Sometimes it seems like he does. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't. I'd kind of like to follow this through and sort of see it to fruition here. What's going on here, you say? How do you get up there? Well, come over here. And you think, whoa, what's the deal? What's going on in this place, you say? Why does that go up suddenly? And what is this? A dead end. Geez, there's nowhere to... What? A ladder? Is this what he spoke of? The ladder that just goes up? Sounds like he's going through a dark, deadly ravine. Seems fine with no lighting, right? Don't need a sword at all. You think, where's this? What does this do? Does this go anywhere? No, this is just totally random, you say. We'll never get out. Maybe that ladder will save us. But where does the ladder go, you ask? The ravine. Look, we dated it. that was just shy of a year ago. And you're probably wondering, like, hey, where are we? What's going on? Anyone remember this vaguely? Wow, lots of holes to fall to our death in again. Won't try to do that once more. I mean, we, you know, sort of have multiple things we can do. So you're like, wait, hey, there's like pathways here. Where are we? What cruel tricks are you playing on us now with your insane labyrinth of insanity? Well, can't really see much here, but I promise you there's things that you should know. But if I take you back this way, not into that door, no, that's where we came from, but there was an offshoot that went up the hillside here. Let's see if anyone spotted it. Did you? Did you see this? I hope you did. Hope you recognize it. Because we're taking it, and we're just going to go on down the line here. And you're thinking like, wow, this is just truly insanity. What is going on? We'll just turn this way because it seems like you need to make turns, right? Well, if we do that, you're instantly feeling secure. You've got cobble, torches, fence posts. It's just, everything's looking good, right? Wow, you know, this is expertly designed. What's the catch? What's going on? Why is this path right beside that one? Where does this even go? Well, hey, what's that? Is that Creeper Cavern? Yeah, check that out. So Creeper Cavern, right? And you're thinking like, well, we came off of that pathway. What does this one do? Glad you would ask, because this unfinished tunnel also goes somewhere. And some of you might recall, I don't know, you may not, but it's pretty long, it's pretty involved, and if we shoot off over here, we're going to pop out and see a glorious sunset. And if you think like, whoa, what's this? Walls, all kinds of craziness. Yeah, it's all there. And this, of course, is our base. That goes over to the mushroom area. That goes who knows where. Don't have time for that adventure. But this course takes us across the bridge. And there's also, you know, I mean, why not? Why not just sort of complicate your life a little bit more, shall we? If I were to say, come down here. Yeah, buddy. Let's. I'm not actually sure where this one goes, but I know we'll figure it out. Dun 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 dun. Does this look familiar to anybody? It probably doesn't, but it should. And it's a question now for me of if I can reverse engineer this long enough to get you where I want you to be. Not sure if I can. Because now we've gotten turned around. We've been there, so we'd have to go this way. Gotta be looking for the narrow openings like this. And just you wait for it. Just you wait for it. You're thinking this is insane. And you're kind of right. You're truly kind of right. You're like, whoa, a ravine. This kind of looks familiar, but let's stay on point. Let's stay on track here. Let's just see where this goes. You know, seems promising, you know. I haven't led you astray here since we fell to our death, and you're thinking like, uh-oh. You see granite over here. Does that mean we should turn this way? Well, you say, yeah, let's check the polished granite. And you're thinking like, looks familiar, but not super familiar. Well, that's because this is the upside of it. But let's go back here. And what? Are you serious, you say? You're back in your storage area. And that's where this story ends, with one final thing. There's one more thing that we've got to do. One little thing. Does anyone know what that little thing is? I'll give you a hint. It involves this, not the andesite. And we also want to have that out of my inventory. And we want to come over here and we want to grab ourselves one of these. That's right. And you know what? I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to grab that. And then I'm going to throw this in here and I'm going to grab that. So precursor to the thrilling conclusion of this episode was not that. Because now we need this pick on the hotbar because it wasn't there anymore for reasons we won't talk about. That goes there, this goes here until we have to take them apart. And yeah, we need to get the steak off the hotbar, get this off the hotbar, put that there. Apparently I put the one in that chest, didn't I? So we're going to come right here and boom, episode over, right? No, because this is where we died. Right? We don't want that to happen again. And you know what? We're not done. We're going to come in and we're actually going to put that there just as a little reassurance. And then you know what? We're still not done. We're going to come down here. And boom, right there, death trap, right? Well, not entirely. We're going to leave it open for a death trap, but only on one side. And I'm going to kind of sugarcoat that. Okay? We're way less likely to have something bad happen now. And I'm even going to luckily find torches that we found, and boom, home free. So yeah, this truly is the episode. I do apologize, but it got a little crazy there, and you sort of got like a refresher, because let's face it, it has been a while. You think, oh, you took the wrong turn, buddy, and you're like, oh, it'll pop out, no worries. Well, yeah, it would have eventually, but let's take this one because it's quicker, and I'm just ready to get this over with. So yeah, all I really need to figure out here is how I want to address the issue of symmetry. With that, I think I'll do that off camera, and then when we come back, we'll either have this done, or we'll have like a track going, and choo-choos running, and all kinds of cool stuff, or this finished out with a decorative floor, or we could totally be doing something else random in this game. So with that said, I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts down below. We are super close with our pants on fire to hitting the 10,000 subscriber mark after over a decade on YouTube, which is probably a record for persistence and all sorts of things that you probably shouldn't be proud to have, but by gosh, we are. So if you have not subscribed, or a lot of you come back, you used to be subscribed in the Skylanders days on old accounts or something, I'm still here. I still upload, still the same guy, still play the same games largely. And if you want to keep up with that, feel free. But with that said, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I can keep you entertained, keep you laughing, cheer you up a little bit, who knows. But I've got some work to do, and I will catch you back for the next thrilling installment of Wiisdom Plays Minecraft. Adios.